Somebody's loose today. Hello friends and neighbors. This is Jared with Fluty Homestead, and I'm on my way down here to my barn. It is a beautiful spring evening, kind of cool though. We are in what we call here in eastern Kentucky dogwood winter. Done went through redbud winter. We still got blackberry winter. We have many little winters, we call them. But anyways, today I'm going to be running a new electric fence line because I fed my last bale of hay, and the grass is starting to come up good in my winter side pasture where I've had the cow and horses. So now I'm going to be moving them over because I have grass about a foot tall in places, so I'm going to move them. Have to because I'm out of hay now, but it's time. So we're going to get the electric line ran because I have some places in my barbed wire that ain't no good. So we're going to put electric up and turn them loose in there. And I'm going to close off this pasture and let it grow. So I want to take you in here and show you my little calf too while we're down here. Little man here is getting big. He probably weighs 200 and some pounds now. And he's getting ready to get turned out. Can't see him real good in here, but you'll see him. Okay, we're in the pasture now. And you can see up here is the barn and where I've had them. This is the lower part. I'm going to take down this fence, and you see it's getting greener in here. Still kind of patchy, but for an old hillside like this, it's getting better every year. And you can see in here, getting some good grass. We're going to walk down here to the other barn, and that's where I'm going to start my fence. Hard to get grass to grow on this old hillside. I need to save up a little bit and buy me some fertilizer. And another bag of grass seed. I've sold about 50 pounds on this part, and it's coming up in places good. We're going to go down here and block them in where they can get into the back of this barn. And then I'll close my little barn off for the summer and let it dry up good. Alrighty, I'm going to set some of my stuff down here and make me a game plan. Okay, I've blocked off this little entryway here by this barn, and I'll hook electric to that. I'm going to put another electric box at this barn. So this will open up about 2 acres of pasture to them. So I'm going to go down here on this side and check out what kind of electric I can do here. I bought these little cheap posts right here just so I could only use maybe 8 or 10 metal posts and then put a few of these in between, because this is a temporary fence. Here's the coal bank, if y'all remember me digging coal out of there last year. Okay. We're probably going to tie our electric in down here on this little bottom. A lot of good grass here. So we're going to hook us a line here by the barn, run it around this bottom to a fence, and then go straight up the mountain. So I'm going to see what I can get rigged up here. Also, I'm going to move this tractor up, and I'm going to open up the back of this barn, and that way the cow and horses can come in here. And it's good and dry in here now. This used to be mud, but since I ain't had them down here in over a year, dried up really good and got grass growing. So I'm going to let them back in this barn for a while to let mine dry, and that way I can give them some grain in here, put them a salt block, And they can get to the hill, and there's water here out of this coal seam. And I've got to tie this little gate up. Comes into my grandpa's little garden here, because he wouldn't like a cow getting into his garden, I don't think. But they ain't too bad for it. I should have brought me a better. I had to get me something different to tie this with. I didn't cut my wire long enough. But that's a minor thing. Alrighty, I'm gonna go down this hill and stretch this wire back out. This right here is steeper than a mule's face. I haven't let the horses or cow into this, and this part here, it's been probably 2 years. But I tried to let it grow. So now we're ready to, well, alrighty, there's that piece. Getting any sticks off of it as I go, which I missed one. Forgot to put it in that post. I gotta climb back up. Y'all might get to see me fall right here. Okay. Across the creek we go. Alrighty. This wire's getting a little rusty, but I need to put me another strand here on this creek, because I could just see a little cow going right under that. All right, I'll have to bring me a piece of wire here for that. Okay, and here's where the wire stops, so I got to go back up now, get us some wire, and commence again. Okay, I've ran me a line here, and I'm gonna go along every little bit and put me one of these little cheap posts, and if I can get them in the ground. And then I'm gonna put my line, I don't know, about 2 foot off the ground. And I may have to put 2 lines here, I ain't sure yet. But I've also got this orange tape, and I'm gonna go along every little bit here and put me a little piece of that. So as they know, kind of where the new barrier is. That way they don't get in a big race here and come through it. But they're pretty good about staying in. I'll say that, and then they'll head down, head right out of here. But okay, now I'm gonna put this little metal post here, give it a little more strength. And like I say, this is just a temporary job. Now, I don't know if I got these new lockjaw clips, and I don't know if they'll work on this little post or not, but I believe they will. Oh wow, yeah. I mean, they may not mount as secure as on a T-post, but I think they're going to do what I need them to do right here. I should have put my wire in there a little. Oh yeah. Well, this ain't a post that's made for these. Well, we'll try that. We'll put us a little piece of wire around that and hold that on there. Alright, I'm going to use this little pawpaw bush for a post. That may be a little tight for him. I'll have to come up with, oh, I know what to do. When you're in a pinch, sometimes you got to do things you normally wouldn't. But I'm getting ready to have some dozer work done, so I don't want to be putting no big nice fence in here yet. Oh yeah, looky there. Them lockjaws is pawpaw bush approved. That'll hold him for now. Alrighty. I'll put me some more of this marking tape right here, and my other posts are down here, so I'm gonna have to go grab me a few more. But I used that flagging ribbon before, like for surveying and stuff, and it does pretty good, but when the wind blows, it all ends up on your insulators. And this tape here don't do like that. It sticks pretty good. But I mean, it may twirl up on me, but so far it's done pretty good the times I've used it. Yep, I gotta go get another post. Put me one here by this tree. I hope Josh from Stony Ridge don't watch this. His fences is very, very nice. Alright, I gotta go down here and get me a post or two. I seen some clover coming up in here finally. So I'm sure they'll like that. I'll just start at the bottom of this hill and work my way back up. Right here's my post. And I'll fasten it to these little trees here. It's about to get dark on me, but I think I can get her done. Alrighty, we're going to start right here at this maple at the end. This is where the last few storms, this is where the good of my barbed wire stops. The last storms that's come through here has wreaked havoc on my fence. It wasn't a good fence, no way, but what little bit it was ain't there now. But we'll get this little electric up for now and till I can, this summer, that's one of my big projects, is get this fence fixed. Okay, I'm gonna head back up this hill here and break a few sticks along the way as I go. Okay. Oh, I'm out of breath. I got my wire around. We're gonna check it. I hooked it up. If it works, I'm gonna cut loose a section of my other temporary fence. Now I should be able to arc this wire over to the post. Oh yeah. Let's see if you can see it. See that arc? Yeah, that means it is working. So now I'm going to cut this wire and hope for the best. Let's see, better pull this one around this way. That way it don't go flying. Now I'll put me two handles on that wire. Whoop. And then whenever I'm ready to separate them back, I just will snap them wires back together. Now we got electric. So now these critters will have a lot more pasture here. So I'm gonna let's see. We may take these wires down a little farther. That way they have a little more wiggle room. And oh gosh, they're gonna love this. Hopefully they don't go off running like crazy. I'm just gonna roll this up on my arm. And then probably cut these off for now. Y'all pray for me that these things ain't gonna be loose in the morning when I come down. I've got this hooked to two electric boxes because one runs the top section of fence and then the other will do the bottom. So I gotta go hook the other one up now. Let's see, I'm gonna cut that right there because I don't want nothing getting tangled in that. Same here. And I'm going to leave that section, I believe, for the day anyway. Now I'll roll this up and away they go. I'm going to get me a better system for this fence this year, I hope, where I can divide this pasture right down the middle here from barn to barn and make me a few gates. That way I ain't got to move this wire. But praise the Lord, this is the best grass I've ever had. And these critters don't even know they can get in here yet. They're just looking at me. They'll figure it out. The cow, I had a wire break the other day and the cow got out and was eating in the yard, and I like to never got her back up because she didn't want to leave that pretty grass. So we left her out a little bit, and I kindly tried to coax her back and finally got her in the fence and found her hole. And we're gonna put these in the barn so they don't get stepped on. We're gonna go turn the juice on. Okay, I got my fence all working, and as you see, you can't probably see behind me, I got it fenced all the way down the mountain to the creek. So that opened up probably at least 1.5 acres, maybe 2 acres to them. And appreciate y'all watching. Love each and every one of you. Appreciate all the great comments, and appreciate Miss Sue for sending us the card and stuff. It really means a lot to us. And want y'all to know how much you mean to this channel. We love you. And remember, always put Jesus first. He's the reason for everything. And just remember, salvation is so easy. It's Jesus plus nothing is salvation. All you got to do is believe in the death, burial, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and you can be saved. So just want to share that with you too. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Like and subscribe.